What is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to a very exciting video, a Spicy Saturday worthy video. Maybe this is a Spicy Saturday on a Monday. We have triple shiny shadows, and we have arguably the world record for most alliteration consecutively in a title for a Pokemon Go PvP YouTube video. Shiny Shadow Shelgon Shenanigans. If there's been 4 or more SHs in a row, 4 or more alliteration sounds in a row, let me know. I find it hard to believe, but if it's not the case, I'll admit defeat. Dragon's Outlaw submitted these battles. Shadow Shelgon, Shiny Shadow Shelgon, with Shiny Shadow Tentacruel, Shiny Shadow Golbat. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Shelgon with Dragon Breath, I mean, it's going to be able to do oppressive fast move damage, as you're seeing here, against this Charge Bug. These Dragon Breaths adding up. Unfortunately for Shelgon, doesn't... Oh, lands the Flamethrower. Let's go, baby. Lands the Flamethrower, and he's perfectly fine just letting this go down because Squidward, as I like to call him, just completely walls this Poliwrath. Poliwrath cannot hit this Tentacruel for super effective damage or even neutral damage, for that matter. Going to go with the Degenerate Acid Spray. That might be a little bit harsh. I mean, it's probably the right play, to be honest. Catches a Seed Bomb like a maniac. Golbat disrespecting the Trevenant. Are they going to top left? No. Oh, yes, they are. I suspected. That's a pretty demoralizing way to go down. And Dragon's Outlaw playing like an outlaw. Disrespectful, but in the most professional, entertaining way. Very nicely done to start things off. Dragon's out. So also, I wanted to mention Twister on Shelgon. I knew it was like a bad move, but I looked it up on PvPoke. The research team, I should say, looked it up. That's me. And it's like one of the worst moves in the game. I don't know if there's actually a worse move. It's so bad. It's 45 energy for 45 base damage. It's worse than Bone Club. That's how bad it is. I don't know if there's currently a worse charge move. There probably is, but it's in the running. Twister is in the running for worst charge move in the game. As we see a nice catch onto Golbat. Gonna shield anyway, though. As you start to approach the Poison Fang. Gonna have to eat another move. No, gonna double shield the Golbat. Senses that the Golbat could be quite valuable here, as the opponent doesn't seem to have an obvious answer. Throws the Poison Fang on alignment, wants to get rid of this jelly. Shiny Shadow Golbat looks awfully cool. Now, what's going to greet the Golbat? It's going to be a Greedent. Surprised the opponent didn't swap Greedent earlier, but I guess it's not the most comfortable matchup for Greedent since you don't really have any fast move pressure. You're just relying on the Body Slam damage. But 2 Body Slams should be enough to knock out. However, the switch clocks are quite decent, so you may see a pivot. Yeah, we're going to see a pivot into Shelgon. Oh, what a catch! Opponent catches on Decidueye. But Decidueye is awfully frail. Oh my gosh. Twister, as bad of a move as it is, still did quite a bit. And, oh, we see the full farm down. I think you have to come in with Golbat. Yeah, and if it's like a Frenzy Plant, you'd live. If it's a Spirit Shackle, you might get knocked out. It's a Brave Bird. That's definitely going to knock out. And now it's all up to Tentacruel. As long as Greedent doesn't get to 2 moves, you're fine. And honestly, even 2 moves should be fine. Unless they get maybe a Crunch debuff, but no debuff. I do like that play from the opponent. Go for the Crunch debuff. Potential, maybe that does enough with a Body Slam to win. But no, Tentacruel should be able to live no matter what here. Body Slam actually does more raw damage, just so you guys know. A bit of a tip if you're running Greedent. I believe Body Slam does slightly more raw damage than Crunch in neutral scenarios, despite Body Slam being less energy. That's how good of a move it is. As we are going into the next one. What a funny name, dude. That is one of the funniest names I've seen. Snorlaxatives. Oh my gosh, dude. That goes... I need to create like a new Discord channel just for like funny in-game names. That is pretty clever. We see funny names from time to time on the channel pop up, and I'll comment about them. That one legitimately made me laugh out loud. As Shiny Shadow Golbat is trying to put in some work against this Sea King here. Sea King, a fun Pokemon with great coverage moves, Poison Jab, Drill Run, Icy Wind. Doesn't get same type attack bonus on any of those, but gives it phenomenal coverage. So it's a bit of a generalist type Pokemon. We're going to see Shadow Whiscash come in to meet the Shelgon. I mean, a Mud Bomb is going to hurt here, but you should be able to tank one if you're Shelgon. Mud Bomb, look at that. Does over half health. Going to go for this Twister here before another Mud Bomb gets off. Twister coming through. Lands. But Twister is so bad, dude. Whiscash lives, gets to a second Mud Bomb. And now you're putting it all on the back of Tentacle. You're hoping once Whiscash is out of the picture, Tentacle will have play against any remaining Pokemon here. And it's Annihilate. So, not the best, not the worst. Because Annihilate with that Ghost typing does resist the Poison Jab damage. However, you still have access to Scald, which will hit quite hard. This really comes down to a bait call here, I think. I think this game may come down to this bait call. Gonna try and call the bait and does so. Calls the Ice Punch bait. Now Annihilate gonna force the last shield, and now you just can't allow your opponent to catch because they still have a Pokemon remaining. Great patience on display from Dragon's Outlaw. He's gonna farm down the Sea King and gonna Scald the Annihilate for a G to the G. Shiny Shadow Tentacruel getting the job done. He's Dragon's Outlaw. He's got the dragon wings. Are those like the Giratina wings? Looks pretty fly. Also, let me know how you guys did Incineroar over the weekend. I'm going to be honest. I played a decent amount, but I didn't like grind super hard. I got in a lot of steps, had some fun, did a lot of remote raids, and got a handful of shinies, but nothing too crazy. I had fun with it. I didn't like kill myself with it. So, yeah, Shiny Shadow Golbat going up against the Lantern. Sorry, the phrasing of that probably wasn't the best. It was just more of a saying there. So apologies if that like triggered anybody, but I think you know what I mean. Just didn't overdo it. Had fun with it. Walked a lot outside, and I hope you guys had some good luck with Incineroar. Going for another Poison Fang here against the Lantern. Poison Fang connects. Lantern's left awfully low. Will get off a parting move against the Shiny Shadow Shelgon. The alliteration continues throughout the video with all these shiny shadows. In comes Whimsicott. I think you just let this go. You call that, it's probably just a Seed Bomb that you hang on to. But, oh, Grass Knot. Wow. Grass Knot, a harder hitting move. Able to knock out. And this is interesting. You are ahead energy. I like the play going straight for the Scald because the opponent might be reluctant to shield, expecting a bait. And that's exactly what happens. And gets the attack drop. Now, I think you probably will have to... Okay, I'm going to take it. Does Noctowl get there? Going to actually go for the Acid Spray to potentially force the final shield here. And Noctowl does get off a move. I think you have to shield this, and then you just hope that you jab down. Just hope that you jab down the... Of course, you jab down the Noctowl, and hope that you jab down the Whimsicott as well. Oh, but gotta get to the Acid Spray, and this is double super effective damage, so should be able to knock out the Whimsicott here. Well done. And well played. Acid's Tentacruel just such a dominant matchup against the Whims. Against the Whimsinator. We featured Whims on the channel quite a few times this season. Early on, it seemed like the season of the Whimsicott. Yikes, dude. How is he going to handle a Skarmory? Skarmory core breaks the entire team. What is he going to do? And allows the Skarmory to throw first. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. I wouldn't have minded to see just like throw Flamethrower right away. Gonna bait, dude. This is so risky. Like, what if they call this? You're in such a bad spot. Okay, I guess the shield. Nice. Now gonna go for the Flamethrower. Skarmory does throw. This is kind of rough, though. If they shield, this Skarmory could really put in work against the remainder of the team. Going for the Flamethrower. I think is really hoping that they no shield this. Flamethrower. Okay, aggressive swap into Tentacruel. At least Skarmory's low enough where maybe Golbat can clean it up later. But Brave Bird connects, does so much damage. Oh, no, dude. This looks so bad. This looks so bad. There's no way he wins this game, right? Scald does a bunch of damage. It is just a regular Whiscash. But honestly, 2 Scalds might be enough to knock out Golbat. So we'll probably try to make a catch on Shelgon if possible. But this looks like a pretty impossible situation. Yeah, double Scald will be enough. I would think Whiscash barely hangs on to this Poison Fang, but I could be wrong. And it was a charge attack priority. But here's the thing. Even if he knocked out the Whiscash, Skarmory had residual energy and probably would have won the game anyway. So, and there was a Gligar, yeah. There was just no way. No way, no how. But a very nice set to go positive here with the triple shiny shadows. Speaking of Twister, by the way, did anybody ever play Twister as a kid? I feel like that was sometimes a thing at, like, family or friend parties. There'd be Twister. I don't remember ever playing Twister myself. I'm not the most flexible person in the world. When I was younger, I was pretty flexible because I did karate. So I probably would have been pretty good. Young Rise would have been pretty good at Twister. Today, I don't know. Probably not so much. I missed my opportunity. Could have been a Twister pro at a young age. Didn't go through with that. And a terrific Mud Bomb catch onto the Golbat. Does lure out a Skarmory here, which, as we talked about last game, big core breaker for this team. Doesn't have any great answer to this Skarmory. Does get a shield with the Shadow Ball. His best answer is probably the Tentacruel, to be honest. Does he invest the shield? Yeah, he is going to invest the shield. I don't mind this play at all because it allows you to get off the Shadow Ball, which will either do some massive damage or get the final shield here. Shadow Ball does get the final shield, so the opponent no longer has any shields remaining. And Shelgon's going to come in. Knows that there's a Whiscash waiting in the back, so this is kind of tough still. Shields the Sky Attack. Oh, the opponent actually might be doing Dragon's Outlaw a favor here by swapping Whiscash back in. Oh, gosh. This seems kind of brutal. Does Whiscash have double? If Whiscash has double, I feel like the game's just over. Mud Bomb. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. Whiscash does reach a second Mud Bomb. There's no way, right? Maybe they're like double weak to Flamethrower in the back. No. I don't think you can do it. I hate to be a hater, Shelgon, but doesn't seem like Shelgon can pull this off. Flamethrower does some big damage, but Sableye just barely hangs on. A couple situations where the Whiscash got to a move with 1 HP. The Sableye got to a move with a sliver of health. And a bit of an unlucky circumstance there. But Skarmory, of course, going to be difficult to deal with, difficult to win with this team. Featuring Dragon, Double Poison, Triple Weak to Steel in a sense. Next battle, Creaser. Very familiar with Creaser. Terrific battler. Here we see Shelgon get a positive lead against the Greninja. Oh, okay, Shelgon. Opponent's kind of double weak to Dragon. And we're going to see an X-Scissor get off here. X-Scissor hitting for some heavy neutral damage. Remember, X-Scissor did get buffed. Was it last season, maybe? Where it does a little bit more damage. Unfortunately, Charge Bug lives with a sliver of health. It keeps on happening. The opposing Pokemon keep getting off moves with a sliver of health. Unfortunate. If Greninja comes in, I mean, you're going to be able to really chunk that thing. So I expect something else to come in. And yeah, Charm 9 comes in. Oh, baby, though. Charm 9 has nowhere to go. Charm 9 has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Going to come in here with Tentacruel. I wouldn't have minded him just staying in with the Golbat, at least for a while. Maybe like eat a move on the Golbat first, but this probably makes sense as well. Night Slash connects, getting off the Acid Spray here, and even if you shield this, these jabs are really going to add up. So yeah, Tentacruel going to jab all the way down. The Ninetales does have 2 shields, though, so this game might not be quite over. Is there any way Ninetales can get to 2 Weather Balls before 3 Poison Fangs? You have to shield the Poison Fangs. That super effective damage would do too much. Notice how Dragon's Outlaw is throwing on proper timing. This is going to help him reach as quickly as possible without giving too much free energy. And I think Creaser went up to the double Weather Ball right here, but Golbat should win the charge attack priority. Look how close that was. And if Dragon's Outlaw doesn't throw on proper timing, he loses that game. He knew his charge move timing, and that allowed him to win that one with the charge attack priority, thrown after 4 wing attacks against a 3-turn fast move for proper timing. That's 8 turns versus 9 turns. There we go. There we go. You know, sometimes I talk about like life stuff and reception and how viewers, and you know what's funny is like I'm super fortunate. I get like 97% positive comments typically on the channel. Another nice catch on the Golbat. One comment I've gotten like twice ever was when people have called me cocky, and I don't really get why. And one person's explanation was Rise is so cocky, he always talks about charge move timing. Like, in what world does that make sense? I don't know, bro. So, I don't know. It's something I talk about, right? Like, there's Pokédaxia, I thought, phrased it well, where he was like, sometimes you get comments that are just kind of like unnecessarily, that might be kind of true, but like unnecessarily phrased in a rude manner. Which I'm open to that criticism. But then you get some that like just don't really make sense to me. I've got some nice electrolyte lemonade water here. Anyway. Yeah, that's like one of those random ones that I remember because like one thing that's really important to me in life is humility. Like I talk about staying in the moment, just like being present in life, and people can talk about what they've done in the past, and that's your pride talking. You can talk about what you're going to do in the future. That's your ego talking. But staying in the moment and trying to be present in the current moment is how you stay humble. As Tentacruel lands the Scald, the attack drop, gonna allow it to farm down the Sableye, gets the win. I don't know. I get super sidetracked on these tangents sometimes mid-video, which I know some of you guys kind of like, because it's more real. And then there's like usually occasionally a couple of you that are like, Rise, stay on track with the commentary. Anyway, sometimes life's bigger than Pokemon Go PvP. Not always. It's a big part, okay? Just kidding. It's really not. But it's something we enjoy and we bond over, and we can all enjoy together. As this current game is against Miss Final Boss AJ, a terrific battler and also a streamer in the community. This is the second time AJ's been featured as an opponent in one of these videos in like the last couple videos. Triple Axel gets shielded. Could have gone for the Shadow Ball here, but honestly, Poison Fang I don't mind because they probably shield it, right? And you get the debuff, so kind of works out. Should be able to farm down, but we'll probably have to invest a shield in the process. Triple Axel would hit for some massive damage here. Oh, and it's just going to sack it. It's just going to sack the Shelgon and put it all on the back of Tentacruel. Can Tentacruel pull off the sweep? We haven't seen the third Pokemon, correct? We've only seen Trevor. Going for the spray. I don't love the spray here because this could allow the opponent to just swap and clear the debuff. They're going to throw their move and really has to hope it's something weak to Tentacruel in the back. Seed Bomb. Ooh, it's a Skarm. Don't think Tentacruel is going to be able to handle this. And even if he had gone for the Scald, it would have been the same result here because Scald wouldn't have knocked out the Trev before Trev got off that move. So that is a G to the G. G to the G trainer. I think we got one more battle left in this video from Dragon's Outlaw. Running from the police. He's an outlaw, and he's running a dragon. He lives up to the name. He lives up to the in-game name, but can he live up? I don't know. to finish off the video with a win. Shields the Aerial Ace, okay. In comes Azu. Oh, man. He's going to build up energy here. I love this play. Builds up energy, then goes in Tentacruel, knowing how hard of a response Tentacruel is to Azumarill. And they're going for Ice Beam, which I don't think is the play per se, but Maybe they know something I don't. Maybe they're going to try and get to 3 Ice Beams. I think you'd rather just go for double play rough if you're running that, because they may only get off 2 moves here. Let's see how this plays out. Azu goes for another Ice Beam. Are they going for triple Ice Beam? Oh, they don't quite get there. They don't get to the triple Ice Beam. Has energy for Gligar. This is so nice, because this will probably force the final Protect Shield from the opponent. Oh, sorry. No, they still have a shield. My bad. They still have a shield to hide behind. Gligar going to fire off a move to knock out the Tentacruel. You have energy loaded on Shelgon, going for the Twister. Trying to put the left foot onto yellow. Knocks out the Gligar. And oh, baby, this looks terrific. Going for a Twister, which may draw the final shield from the opponent. And now you've got Golbat thriving. Terrific matchup. Going for the Poison Fang. This seems kind of unnecessary, because you could simply just shield and Shadow Ball. But I guess he feels like this is also a way to win the game, is you just debuff it, and suddenly your fast move damage will knock out. So this makes sense as well. Golbat farms all the way down. Wing attacks down. The Annihilate. And that is a G to the G. A bit of a classic Rise video. We got some spice. Hopefully some fun commentary you enjoyed. Some off-topic tangents about life. And one random comment that annoyed me one time. I don't know. It's funny. In the content creation space, I think you need to have like thick skin. And sometimes I wonder, like, I'm very self-analytical. And I don't know if I have thick skin, where like I see a lot of comments that don't get to me, but like some comments do. So maybe I have thin skin. I don't know. But in the end, I think it's important to just be your authentic self. And the people that know you know you. And I love a lot of you guys and all your support on the channel. I'm getting like all sappy. What is this? What is going on? This was a fun, shiny shadow shenanigans video. What has happened? Anyway, sometimes we talk about other stuff too, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All that said, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you are new here, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.